I dropped out of college 2 years ago and I started taking online courses after that. So for the past few years, I've been studying from home, online, by myself, without teachers, without exams. I've been taking online courses really seriously because I know that knowledge leads to success. So when I saw that some of my friends were struggling badly to adapt and study from home, I reflected on the past few years and I remembered how much of a pain in the ass that was at the beginning. I mean, man, that's hard. I pretty much had to sell all my video games because that was too much of a distraction. And even then, I started playing flash games online. And even if you have exams and a diploma on the line, getting your shit done while studying at home will be hard. I thought I was a mess. So for years I fought to find solutions and ways to get the most out of this situation, which isn't ideal. So the whole study from home because of COVID-19 made me realize that it's hard for everyone, that I could help. I mean, I could share tips and strategies that took me years to discover. So here's how to make the most of online courses. Whether you're studying in college or you're taking online courses that have been created by private companies like I do. Strategy number one, tip number one, you set up a place that you use only to study and you change that place about once a week. It's kind of two tips, so let's talk about the first one. The first isn't scientifically proven to work at all. It's just something that worked miracle on me that I started doing when I was studying classical music in college a long time ago. I have ADHD, so sometimes when I was practicing a piece of music, I was catching myself improvising and just playing for fun, and that was a problem because that interfered with me getting work done. So the whole idea was one stool for serious practice and one stool for having fun and just playing and improvising and all that stuff. They were placed in the same room, but one was in front of the mirror and the other one was in the corner in front of the window. After a couple of days, it started working. I was way more focused and productive. Whenever I wanted to play for fun, I noticed it and just allowed me to switch from one place to the other for 10-15 minutes and play for fun. Okay, so when I quit college and I started working and studying from home, I just used the same strategy. One computer for work and one computer for fun. If you work on a computer, you should definitely use that computer only for work. Like, I mean, just buy an Amazon Fire Stick or an Xbox One, a used Xbox One, to listen to Netflix and to play video games, okay? The other advice is change the place where you are studying. So that one is proven to work. Just ask your musician friends about it. What you do is about once a week, you change the place where you study. What that will do is that will help you create new cerebral connections. In other words, changing the place where you study, changing environments, literally helps you learn. Well, as long as that place is a good environment for studying. That violinist friend of mine practiced everywhere. And I mean everywhere. He told me one that there was a specific place that really helped him with a specific piece of music, a Mozart piece, and that was his bathroom. More specifically, sitting on the pooper, on the toilet. So, who knows? You might want to try that, like it's quiet and comfortable. Second tip, schedule your study time. I know that I'm getting on your nerves with that, but listen, that truly makes all the difference in the world. Procrastination is the number one roadblock when studying from home. Distractions are everywhere and everything looks more fun than studying. Pfft. Boo, boring. Okay, listen to that story. It's a study that's been made in different universities in the US. Someone would come in classes and ask people a couple of questions, and then before leaving, someone would come in classes and ask students questions, and after leaving, he told the students that next week he'll be back, but he'll be back with bananas and chocolate. And he just wants to know how many bananas and how many chocolate bars he'll have to bring. So he asked everyone which one they'd rather have. About 80% of them choose the healthy choice, the bananas. So next week comes and the guy says he has the bananas and the chocolate bars like promised, but he has way more than enough for everyone to change their mind. So he asks again, which one would you rather have? About 90% ended up with chocolate. What that told the entire world is something we kind of already knew. You know what's best for you, but when the moment comes, you choose emotionally. You choose Netflix over studying. So one way you could partially solve this is by recognizing that if you let yourself any choice at all, you'll choose emotionally. So by scheduling study time, fun time, lunchtime, you diminish the feeling of having a choice. Obviously, you could always say, fuck the plan, I'm killing zombies tonight. Which leads me to tip number 3. That one has been one of the greatest contributors to shit that's been done in my life for the past few years. Be accountable to someone. You show your schedule to someone and you say, every time I don't stick to it, I give you $5. That works better if you live with that someone because the temptation to lie will be smaller. But if you're an honest person, well, you shouldn't worry too much about that. That is negative motivation, by the way. I want to play video games because it's fun. I want to study because I want to make more money. Positive motivation. You don't want your greedy ass roommate to get your hard-earned money. Negative motivation. You are 5 to 7 times more sensitive to negative emotions than positive ones. So believe me when I say that I'll get your lazy ass working. The next piece of advice, create a study plan and improve it as you learn more. That might very well be more valuable to you if you aren't studying in a program like a university. Like, I don't know, let's say your goal is to become a back-end web developer and that you are in a university. Well, school has it pretty much laid out in front of you for the most part. So the plan will be short term. So a plan to get those 4 exams done for X day. Laying out that plan will free up some space in your mind. Having it written down has the incredible power to make you feel in control. If you don't write down the plan you have, because you might know it, but you have one, if you don't write it down, your subconscious mind will take every little thing you know you have to do and constantly bringing it up. Even though you are aware that it's not on the priority list, your subconscious mind doesn't understand priorities. If you write it down, your subconscious mind will relax and put those things aside because it now knows that you won't forget it. So you should do it. But if on top of that your self-talk, dude, you gotta do it. Nobody's planning anything for you anymore. So same example, you want to work as a back-end web developer, but you're self-taught, you don't go to a college. Well, how are you going to do that? What are the things you need to learn? And to learn those things, what other things do you need to learn or do? Be flexible and don't be a perfectionist about it. You'll create a plan right now, but you'll change it as you learn more about it. The more you learn, the more you understand what has to be learned. And finally, use the tools you know. That is something college people will do. Like, you take notes and study them. You ask questions you have about what you're learning and try to answer them. You ask a friend to quiz you. Well, if you're in college and you do it, well, keep doing it. And if you are self-taught, then start doing it. That is even more important. You don't study for a test, you study for a goddamn career. Well, college people in some ways study for a career too, but on the short term, they are studying to pass an exam and they trust the process. I know it's dumb, and if we think about it carefully, you should not need to watch a video like this one just to start studying from home. Online courses are only there to get you to where you want to go. It's weird that you know that, but you still procrastinate. Day after day, you've been procrastinating for years. It's about freaking time you stop. Just imagine what your life could be like in 5 years. In 5 years, if you just stop wasting so much time doing so much stuff that you always end up regretting anyway. Every day. It's simple, but it's hard, I get it. It still confuses me to this day. And even if I'm not an elite procrastinator like I used to be, and like you probably are, if after watching this you're still a mess, you still think that you cannot get the life you want for yourself, then check out the time management and productivity courses we reviewed on the channel. Just click on our channel, go into playlists and find the one that says productivity and time management courses. You will certainly find something that will help you. Even if you only get 1% more productive, dude, that's worth it. What are you doing? Stop wasting your time listening to me. Go subscribe, check out those reviews. Keep learning and growing every day, and I'll see you next week.